Flint, Michigan Mayor Karen Weaver has suspended the mailing of water bills within the city and has assured utility customers that city employees are working to get accounts in order so that credits can be applied. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with what's going on in Flint, they've basically been going through quite a water crisis because back in 2014, they decided to stop using, or officials rather, decided to stop using the Detroit water system and instead we're using the Flint River for water. And unfortunately, that led to an influx of lead poisoning. So the problem with this, though, Nick, is that people were still being billed for their water use. And even though people would stop paying the bills, they would accrue late fees, and sometimes those fees would be applied to their property taxes. So it became a really big issue. According to Karen Weaver, though, she says, quote, "The credits are coming. Flint residents need and deserve this relief. I've said from day one, Flint residents should not have to pay for water they cannot and are not using." The biggest issue right now is just clerical issues. There are over 85,000 active and inactive accounts, utility accounts in Flint. So it's just a problem of stopping sending those bills so that they can get all of the computers and data in order to install those credits.
Yeah, and it's like we give you crappy drinking water and here's some credits, just shut up about it, right?
Yeah.
And it's so sad because something like this would never, first off, ever happen in an area that wasn't considered a low income area. If this happened in Beverly Hills, for example, people would be up in arms, everybody would be talking about it, it would not get this far, but people have been drinking or been exposed to water that's been poisoned with lead for a very long time because of the area and because of the people that are living there. And that's perhaps the saddest part. And on top of that, they have to be paying for it, you know?
Yeah.
So it is just so sad that it's even it's had to get this far before people started doing anything about it. And I think personally that it's no surprise now that all of a sudden, you know, because of the debates, specifically the Democrats, Republicans don't really find this to be a very pressing issue. They don't talk about it much, but the Democrats are really raising this issue at all their debates, and they're calling for Rick Snyder to step down, for example, and they're talking about how deplorable it is that in 2016, you know, we still have children being poisoned by drinking water in the U.S. is just so sad. And now all of a sudden they're like, all right, we'll give everybody credits. Well, where were you before?
Exactly. There's a sense of a little too late, right? Yeah. So too little too late. Because apparently the estimated amount to be credited to residents is about $600, and those credits are supposed to be applied in April. Again, like you said, if you've been drinking poisoned water for 2 years, $600 isn't exactly like, okay, everything's fine. But to me, it's kind of a no-brainer. They shouldn't have been paying bills up until this point. So I'm glad that at least Karen Weaver is looking to fix this problem.
I wish Rick Snyder would listen to her, though, and do something. Well,
right.
He didn't care that the mayor's sitting there asking for help. He did,
as a matter of fact. He recently approved a $30 million plan to assist city residents with their water bills, basically covering 65% of the water portion of their bills. Again, I think let's not get into percentages here. People shouldn't be paying at all. But again, this is something that we will continue to see. It was announced on Sunday that the Union Labor Life Insurance Company and in conjunction with the American Federation of Teachers are working together to raise money and raise funds, about $25 million in low-cost loans to help remove the lead piping in the city of Flint. So they've already started removing some of the lead piping, but this is just something that can continue because clearly we can't continue on with this with these problems. So again, we'll see how it plays out, but at least yesterday was a small victory for the residents of Flint.